Let's do this.
Shoo doggies! The Bengals got their asses whooped on Monday Night Football. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to think. I don't know how to feel. Let's just play the intro and just rip the Band-Aid off. Let's talk about it.
Yo, boys are ready to go. You already know. Grab a garage beer, let's flow. No filter needed. Beer's getting deleted. It's the Cincy Unfiltered show. Let's go. Boys are ready to go. Boys are ready to go. You already know. Grab a garage beer, let's flow. No filter needed. Beer's getting deleted. It's the Cincy Unfiltered show. Let's go. Boys are ready to go.
What is up? What is up? Welcome to Cincy Unfiltered, your Cincinnati Bengals program. Very, very, very unfun prime time game. Drew, you good? How you doing? Are your eyeballs okay?
What happened last night, dude?
Oh, okay. Yeah. I woke up hoping it was a nightmare. Let's be honest, folks. But it was not. The old Bengals got shit pumped again.
Fucking
again.
wrecked.
Wrecked. Oh, my God. I know we got a backup quarterback, and I get it. I do. I really do. I understand. You have to overcome these things, though, with all of your weapons and tools that you've paid. But can they do that? Are they going to do that? Because I guess what? Monday night prime time. Last night, we were up late. And they got embarrassed.
Fuck me.
They got embarrassed, Drew. Unreal.
Fuck me to tears. I predicted this. I don't like it. I don't like that I was right, but I was right.
No,
I don't enjoy it. Doesn't make me happy. Doesn't make me feel good, but I just had a feeling we were going to get shit pumped. Let's go through the box score breakdown really, really quickly. Another condensed version of the box score breakdown because it just didn't deserve much effort. The offense, 158 total yards. That's fucking bad.
Total.
That's it. Whole game. Total. 53 rushing yards. I think that's a season high. That's fucking abysmal.
Yeah.
106 passing yards. That stinks. And as you can see on the bottom, 3 fucking points. And that was Zac Taylor's face at the press conference because that is what our offense did. Now, you can say, got a backup quarterback, never going to be easy. Miss Joe Burrow. Is Joe Burrow going to help this?
Negative.
I don't think he is.
Negative.
I mean, there's 3 fucking Broncos in the picture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Bengals in the picture.
Look at 74-63, right? Look at these guys. I'll name them when they earn their name back. What are they doing? What? And then on the edges here, what are we doing?
Yikes. So that's
oh my God.
Yeah, that is what we were dealing with.
That's your tail of the tape right there, though. I mean, that is etch that in history right now. Like we have had offensive line woes for a very long time. And what did I do at the beginning of this season? I pounded the table, messing my camera up here. Pounded the table for this offensive line and these guards. And I told you, I did too. I said they're gonna be fine. But guess what? Jake Browning was lucky to get out of there alive. Drew gave you the rundown. 158 total yards, 53 rushing yards. There's some pretty fun plays. 106 passing yards. 106. And then the old 3 fucking points. What?
Hold on. Let's make it better.
Do it.
The Bengals crossed the 50-yard line one time on the first drive last night.
Uno.
One time.
For our Spanish audience. Uno.
One
and
time.
guess what? Guess when it happened? When did it happen? Guess when it happened?
The very first drive when it looked like they were going to run the football. It looked like maybe they were going to have some success on the ground. It looked like maybe they knew how to fucking block. And next thing you know, Jake Browning's running back there with his head cut off, fucking slithering around like a fucking Texas rattlesnake and throwing it away on third down, a la Andy fucking Dalton.
Lost. He's a backup quarterback. I get it, but lost. That first drive, I sat down. I was watching the game. I looked at my wife. I said, "There's hope." It looks like they've shaken off the dust from the Vikings game and they've dialed in practice and they got things right. They've righted the ship, but it was all downhill from there, folks. What did the defense do?
Well, the defense, nothing. So they were there. They gave up 512 total yards, 186 rushing yards, 326 through the air from old Bo Nix, and they gave up 28 points. And honestly, it felt like toward the end, Denver was just like, fuck it, run the ball. Let's get out of here. They probably could have scored more if they wanted to.
Yep. We got the Browns fans in the chat telling us.
Did we fire the wrong guy? Did we fire the wrong guy?
Maybe we did. Maybe we did. But
we may have fired the wrong guy. He may have been the best coach on that staff.
512 total yards. Bo Nix, 326 area. Bo Nix looked like primetime Tom Brady out there. He did. Bo Nix is a good quarterback. He's fun to watch play football, but unreal. And guess what? Guess what? Another thing, guys. We made history last night.
Yeah.
The Broncos have not had a 100-yard rusher in 30-plus games.
Like 32 games, yeah.
J.K. Dobbins, the old wobbly ACL man himself, ran for over 100 yards on us. We love being a part of the history books. Bam! Put it in the Bengals Hall of Fame. J.K. Dobbins, 100 yards. Why do we do this? How come we do this? I love this team, guys. I do. I love this team. You think Drew or I would spend our Tuesday evenings doing this show if we didn't love the team, all right? Fans to the core. You live by the sword, though, and guess what? You fucking die by the sword also, and right now we're bleeding. We're bleeding. We are. That was 28 points, right? 28 points, okay? Might as well have been 60. It just felt like a absolute UFC 200 whatever beat down.
And that is why they quit at the end, because they had already made history. Because if you saw, the Bengals were down 25 points or whatever it is in the fourth quarter, and they couldn't pick up the first down. And you know what they did? They punted. They fucking quit. Zac Taylor said, hey, it's okay to fucking quit. Let's just give them the ball back. Get out there and punt it, Ryan Rico. Enough is enough.
Your children were watching that game, and Zac Taylor looked him in the eye, and he said, hey, it's okay. You don't have to go to college or make anything of yourself. Just quit on life like I did here on this fucking football game. That is what Zac Taylor said. Fourth and not 8, fourth and not 5, 4th and 3. While being bent over. I don't know if you've seen Tom Green with the horse. I'm not going to bring up the scene.
Oh, God.
Look, just picture that in your head. Tom Green and the horse. That occurring to your football team. And you go, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just give them the ball back. And Ryan Rico, the Mormon Missile, you got some praying in your little Mormon book. Open it up. You got to go, hey, John, whatever their God is, John something. How come I can't punt anymore? How come I can't punt anymore? Because he shanked 3 of them at least.
Yeah, but he kicked like 4. He kicked like 5 good ones too, because that's all he did was fucking punt.
But there was not a single facet of that game outside of the first drive and 44 Demetrius Knight Jr. that I could sit here and go, you know what? That was okay. There's not a single facet of that game. Special teams.
And what the fuck was this? What the hell was this? We got an offsides call, picked up the first down on like a 3rd and 2. And then Zach declined it.
Just for
and
fun.
Took the 2 yards from the play instead of the 5 yards that you would get. Now, in the grand scheme of things, you're still getting shit pumped regardless. It doesn't really matter. But it's just an awareness thing. Like, no, I'm going to decline it because we got the first down, but you just gave up 3 yards. What the fuck are we doing, man?
Here's let me tell you what was happening when I'm gonna okay, here's Zac Taylor's behind. Here's his head. That's what's going on. Head in ass on a play like that. What? Basics. I don't know if you're confused, drunk, if you accidentally ate the wrong tray of brownies before the game.
But it was in Colorado.
What are we doing? He might have. Maybe Zac Taylor. I'm look, this is not an accusation, folks, but maybe Zac Taylor partook before the game. Because I'll tell you what, Drew, who is a championship winning coach. I don't know if you have the trophy, but Drew Garrison is a championship winning coach. Could have gone out there and at least put 17 points up on that board. I'm telling you right now. I trust you more than this coaching staff right now.
It is fucking blasphemous when you have a drive midway through the second quarter, still a game. You have a drive, you hit T. Higgins for a 37-yard gain for formation penalty. Mims is lined up wrong. And then the very next play, false start Dylan Fairchild. Right after that, delay of game. Run the play, don't get it. Come out to punt. We got a delay of game on a fucking punt. Real fucking true story. They're going out there to punt. The play is punt, and we got a delay of game. The team, and this is exactly what the Bengals look like. They look flat, they look unprepared, and they look completely uninspired. And whose job is it to have them prepared, juiced up, and inspired to play football, even if Joe Burrow's not out there? Whose job is that?
I don't know.
Say it. Say his name.
The coach.
So he 2 weeks in a row now comes out here, and the team looks like they've never played football before in their fucking life.
Yep.
That can't just be because Joe Burrow goes down. I'm sorry. Joe Burrow does not change this.
He doesn't. No, he doesn't.
Joe Burrow gets fucking destroyed when this happens. Is the Scott Peters hire that bad? This line looks worse than Frank Pollock's.
It really does. Yeah. And individually, they're better.
They have better players than they have had in the past and are performing forward. We're watching a regression from some of these guys.
Yeah, we are. Sean Cruda here with the $5. Keep your money. We love you. Coaching is ass. Offense is ass. Defense is ass. The front office is ass. Scouting is ass. Other than that, they're cooking. You're right. I love
that,
the positive.
We're golden.
We're fucking bring on the championship if we fix all 27 things that you just mentioned, Sean. I love it. Love the fact that you're in the chat. Appreciate the donation. Absolutely 100%. But right now, ass is a very, very good descriptor for what's going on. And you said it right there. The offensive line looks like it's regressing.
These guys didn't just forget how to play football. And the Browns fans take a note from the outside. Demetrius Knight was the lone bright spot. He looked really good. He looked like a baller.
Chad,
all over the field. Got a pick.
I tweeted it, Chad. He's absolutely right.
I had to do an article about the winners and losers from the game. He was my only winner, and there was like 19 losers.
Yeah.
So that's cool. We got a good linebacker, but nothing else works. Nothing else works. And this team they're just walking out there like they're going through the motions. And I don't give a fuck. Dude, I get it. Joe Burrow is your franchise. He is the leader of everything. He is the fucking guy. But if you have a team with Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Mike Gesicki, no fan didn't play, Chase Brown, who can't run for shit right now, but he can catch out of the backfield, and you can't put up more than 3 points, and you're an offensive coach? The fuck are we doing, man? Listen, I'm so sorry for going on this soapbox rant and everything like that.
Go for it. Make yourself big and go for it.
The reality of this situation is Joe Burrow will turn 30 years old next year. During the season, he will turn 30-year-old. We are 6 years into the Joe Burrow era. He has missed 3 of those seasons with season-ending injuries. If you think he's coming back this year, I want some of whatever you're drinking or smoking. That guy's not taking another snap. There's not going to be a reason for him to come back if he even is near ready in December. So let's look at the reality of this situation. The Bengals as an organization, as a whole, from Mike Brown to the last scout on the team, needs a complete, utter revamp. Duke Tobin needs to get fired. Duke Tobin is a de facto GM who goes out there and takes the heat for the shit that Katie and Mike do. They need to hire a real GM. Now, stop me if you've heard this before in the last 30 years, but they do, because they're squandering, they're wasting the best player to ever put the stripes on their helmet. Joe Burrow is the best quarterback that they've ever had and probably the best player that they have ever had, and he fell into their lap. And they got us. They made us think that they were changing, and they've made progress. Let's give them credit for making their progress. He's 30 next year. That's staring you right in the face. Now, I know quarterbacks can play till their late 30s. Aaron Rodgers out there, 41, still looking good. I get that. But we have never had a quarterback of this caliber. We've never had a player of this caliber. And if this season has shown you anything, it's not that Zac Taylor's offense that got us to the Super Bowl and the AFC Championship and 2 division titles that did it. It's Joe Burrow making up for the lack of any creativity in this offense. Oh my God, Drew Sample's 30? It's Joe Burrow making up for the lack of anything consistent in this offense, anything creative in this offense. Joe Burrow has carried this team to the highest heights that we've seen as football fans, and they're fucking it up because they're letting Zac Taylor stick around when he can't coach his way out of a wet paper fucking bag, and we're getting ready to really, really fuck this up. And I am very, very concerned that we're going to get nothing out of the Joe Burrow era. And how does this team respond? And how does this team ever bounce back from a failure that fucking bad?
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And I apologize while you were talking. I accidentally clicked that because I'm a fucking idiot. But Blake Jewell, good comment. Are these Drew Sample anytime bets going to hit much longer? The man's 30.
Drew Sample's pushing 30, dude.
Mother of God. But look, I fucking hate having to preface everything I say with, yes, we are fans of this team. We love this team. We fucking bleed it. I got fucking helmets and fucking skateboards and flags and all kinds of shit. Awesome art piece from KB Art. Gotta shout out KB Art. Anthony fucking Munoz. That might be the last time we were fucking good. But look, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely fucking right. Everything you're saying is correct. When you look at an organization, okay, say you work, whatever your job is, if you're a mason, if you work at a DMV, if you're a construction worker, if you're in the army, whatever you do, if you work at a bank, right, and you're on a team, let's say you have 5 people, and you're all fucking disorganized and you don't know what the hell you're doing, and you show up to work on Monday and it's a mess. You're late on your reports. You're not able to respond to emails. You got customer complaints piling up. Fucking grandma came in and doesn't know what's going on with her life savings. Say you work at the bank. Who needs to gather up the team and say, hey, we got to get our shit together? Who needs to do that? That's the manager, or in this case, the fucking head coach. The man wants to make the play calls. He said, I'm holding the clipboard. I'm still going to make these play calls. All right. Okay. You're the leader. When are you going to do it? The man wants to have solid formations and a high-powered offense. Okay. You've got the weapons. The Browns finally shelled out money to weapons. I get it. Your rock star employee, your number one guy, possibly the best man in football, is not on the field. I get it. I got it. Okay. But when you're a man down, you got to step up. It's a next man up mentality. You have to, as the leader of this team in a coaching position, pull these fucking guys up by their bootstraps, and you have to say, hey, our best guy's down, but that doesn't matter. Line, you're still going to block for 6, because 6 is going to go out there and play his heart out. Maybe. I don't know. He looks defeated. Receivers,
give a fuck.
Right? I didn't. Receivers, you still got to jam these fucking corners and get away from them. Yeah, your pass might be a little bit more in front of you because it's not Joey B back there throwing the ball, but extend that fucking arm a little further, Run that route just a little bit harder. Chase Brown, Taj Brooks, when 6 hands you the football, understand we're playing at a deficit and you got to run just that much tougher. Hit that hole that much harder. Understand that you are fighting from your fucking back every time you step on that field, because 9 is in a fucking boot. You've got to have a better mentality than this as a coach. And I hear him. I say, look, we face tough opponents. We'll bounce back. Blah, blah. He's doing the coach speak in the media. I'm not in the locker room. Drew's not in the locker room. We don't know what he's saying to the guys. But where is the inspiration? Where's the wasta? Where's the guys? You got to fight. You got to play every fucking play like it's your last. You got to die for 6 offensive line. You got to fucking die for 6 wide receivers. Defense. You got to get out there and drill these motherfuckers. Bo Nix, who the fuck is that? Put him on his ass. There just doesn't seem to be any warrior spirit or mentality right now in this locker room. And I know these guys have it. I know they have it.
The players do.
Yeah, I know they have it because I see Demetrius Knight out there making interceptions when everybody around him is laying gutted and bleeding because they can't fucking do anything else. I see corners out there. Look, corner is an issue right now. But I see corners out there trying to make fucking plays. I do. I see Jamar Chase, the star of this team outside of 9. Mad, frustrated, getting in coach's face, upset. Like, let's get our shit together, right? Yeah. Good. I see the fire in some of these guys, but I think, unfortunately, that fire stops at the cleats. And the guy with the clipboard, I just don't see the fire right now at all.
And everything that you just said, all of the intensity and fire and passion that you had, you don't see it out of Zac anywhere unless he's yelling at the refs. He'll yell at the refs. Yeah, cool. Yeah. But Jamar Chase comes up to him clearly pissed off, and he's just like, touching his hip. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. No, I know. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. I would rather him yell back at him like Andy Reid did to Travis Kelce a couple weeks ago. I would rather see Zac do that. Show me you give a fuck, Zac, other than when you're yelling at refs. Bro, you punted down 25 in the fourth quarter. Quit. It's over. Don't worry about it, guys. Let's just get on the bus and get the fuck out of here.
What kind of fucking message are you sending to your guys when you call that fucking play in? What kind of message to the fans? And are you sending? Hey, we just want to get out of here. This kind of stinks. I'm uncomfortable. I want to go home and put my fucking blankie on. What kind of message are you sending to ownership, who you probably in the offseason were begging to get guys signed and pay these guys? What kind of message are you sending when you fucking roll over and take the sword to the gut?
Like, look at this comment from Kevin K. I love this. The Jets aren't doing great, but could you imagine a guy like Aaron Glenn running this team with that emotion and power and belief in the guys? These guys are – Zac, well, where's the comment about the halftime interviews?
Find that.
When we make a motion to stop interviewing Zac at halftime and post-game, same sorry-ass story. Literally, going into halftime, well, Zac, what do you see out there? Oh, well, we just got to play better, and we'll be back in the second half.
You know what's going to be a fucking problem? And look, we've got a game preview show we're going to give you guys on Thursday, and we'll bring the heat. But you know what's going to be a problem? A guy like Dan fucking Campbell, the head coach of the Lions, who I'm pretty sure could beat up your dad. There we go. Who could beat up your dad, could beat up anybody's dad in this fucking chat. A guy like that is who I want leading this team. And I have not been a big proponent of this. I am not a big fire Zac Taylor guy, but I'm done.
Yeah, it's done.
I'm done. I'm absolutely done. And it's what do we do every year? Oh, Joe Burrow got hurt. That's great.
Doesn't matter.
That doesn't matter anymore. If the QB play degrades, understandable. Get it. Awesome. Joe Burrow is the best man in football. Jake Browning pales in comparison to him. Jake Browning is a talented football player. He would not be in the NFL if he wasn't, but he is not a starting caliber quarterback. So if the quarterback play drops off, you get a pass. But when you're getting your second string quarterback destroyed and your defense cannot hold a play together at all. J.K. Dobbins embarrassed us, folks. They ran all over us. J.K. Dobbins embarrassed us. And your receivers are frustrated. The problem is not with the players anymore. We have talented players on this team, guys. Look, be mad at the team. Certain guys did not execute. Guess what? They're not going to execute 100% of the time. But when your play calling is shit and you roll over on 4th and 3 down 20 points, it's spineless. It is spineless.
How does this team continue to have formation penalties and pre-snap penalties?
Disgusting.
And the illegal formation really gets a guy jumps off sides. Okay. The fucking offsides on Ted Karras where all he did was lift his head up as he is a fucking center playing football was ridiculous. And it fucked up a drive. We got him to jump. I'm not saying they would have won the game, but it felt like when that happened, everybody's like, yeah, we're fucked. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay. And the floodgates open from there. Now, I'm not saying that the Bengals go on to win the game if they don't make that terrible call.
Sure.
And I've said here on many times, the game plan looks different when Jake Browning's in there. Not last night. He said, fuck it, dude. We're running the Joe Burrow offense with Jake Browning. They scripted the first drive, and it went well.
Yeah.
After that, Zach had no fucking clue what was going on. No fucking clue.
The scripted drive was beautiful. We were moving the ball downfield. We were running the ball. Did we punch it in? No, unfortunately. But it was great. And then all of a sudden, it's like fucking the Monstars and his fucking talent as a head coach and a human being got sucked into a magic football, and he forgot how to read a basic fucking play chart. It stinks. It stinks. Guys, Drew and I have done some cool fucking things for the Bengals. I went to the new uniform reveal. Drew's done some cool shit. We're very fortunate. But there's one thing with us. I'm like banging on my table here, so all my cameras getting fucked up. But there's one thing we're always going to do with you guys, because this is a fan-led show, is we're going to keep it fucking real. Keep it a buck, as the Turdens say.
Keep it 100.
Type shit. Keep it
type
100.
shit. 6'7". I still don't know what that means, but
I don't either. My children say it, and I just go, "Yeah, dude, sick." We're going to keep it 100 with you. All right, we're not going to sit here and be like, "Wow, Zac Taylor. Oh, he's just Joe Burrow's not there. You got to feel bad for the guy." No, you have to figure this shit out. You do, as a head coach and a leader of men, ladies. Ladies can be leaders too, but a head coach and a leader of men, you gotta fucking remove your head from your ass and figure something out.
It doesn't. His voice is dead in that locker room. It has to be.
I don't know.
It has to be dead. Somebody just asked how pissed was Dad about this situation. It's a good time to bring in a. Got a text from Dad here. It's a long one, and I like it. I like the intensity out of old Dad here. Zach should be fired. He cannot motivate good or bad players. Offensive and defensive players are all confused, not knowing what the coaches want from them. 178 total yards versus 512 yards is never going to win. Even if Burrow was playing, we would still be bad because he'd either be on his ass or running for his life. Sorry, but it's going to be a long season for you and Ron. By the end of the season, I will probably have you both on suicide watch. Now, I'm here to tell you that you will not have to put me on any kind of watches or any kind of list, because I feel like I knew after last week what this was, and I'm fully prepared for it.
You were. You predicted it. You predicted it. Now I know.
I've accepted it.
I know I'm on some lists, not that kind of list, you fucking weirdos. Chill out. I know I'm on lists simply because of what I do for work. But you're not gonna catch me on a suicide list, because I'm gonna come in Thursday and I'm gonna be like, yeah, they can fucking do it with my big dumb dunce cap on. They got this. Jake Browning.
It's the Stripe the Jungle game. It's the Stripe the Jungle game, dude. We'll be fine.
Oh my God. There's no way they can drop that one. That's a cool one. That's a cool game.
We all wear the right colors in our section.
The fucking Lions. It's Dan Campbell and the Lions and Aiden Hutchinson and the Lions defense. And we'll talk about it Thursday, folks. Thursday, 7:30. Tune in. Members only stream. Drew posts the recording at 10 a.m. the next day for everybody to watch. Join us Thursdays. Like the stream. Share the stream. Let me do my Mr. Beast thing. You got it. You got it. We're mad. We're angry, folks. But there's one thing that can always cheer us up. And we got it. Look, we're mad. We're bitching. But garage beer. That can make us happy again. This show
drinking a line.
and you're celebrating a funeral. Maybe is it a funeral? Such a good noise.
It's not a funeral. It's celebrating the fact that Zac Taylor cannot make it out of this season. There's no way, right? Oh, wait.
I don't think so.
He's got a year left on his deal.
We had Marvin Lewis for 374 years. There was a drought there. But folks, look, drown your sorrows. Don't do it in an inappropriate fashion, okay? Right? Go to your refrigerator and grab a garage beer, right? You can grab a traditional classic light beer flavored beer, the easiest. It's so easy. Or you can go nuts and enjoy the summer sipping garage beer, lime beer. I'm going to be drinking it through fall and the winter. I'm going to tell you that right now, folks. It's
lime
simple.
365 guy.
It is. It really is. It is. Look, this program or program, as as friend of the program, Pat McAfee likes to call it, is always presented by the beautiful Garage Beer. You can go to www.drinkgaragebeer.com. What can they do there, Drew?
Well, you can put in your zip code and you can find bars, restaurants, gas stations, golf courses, anywhere that sells that delicious beer flavored beer. And if you're going to the Bengals game on Sunday, after you've bought your tickets on TickPick, using code Cincy14
to save $15,
to save money, because I mean, if you're going, you might as well save some money. After you're done doing that and you get into the stadium, you can just go into Paycor Stadium and pick up a garage beer because it's there. It's everywhere. It's all over the place. Yeah. Rumble asked if we take questions. We will take some questions here in a little bit.
We can do that.
Yeah. We'll have the time. But shout out to the sponsors. But yeah,
absolutely. I mean, this is professional, folks. He's rolling right into the next ad read. I'm going to let you handle this.
I mean, I'm trying to be a professional
You're good.
here. You know,
you're good.
So, you know, if you're still going to the games, if you want to take the kids, things are gonna, maybe just price is gonna go down a little bit. They're not going down too much for Detroit, to be completely honest with you. I don't know why. I don't know if it's a Strike the Jungle thing or what. But tickets should be a little bit cheaper. Not only for you new users, anybody can use code Cincy14 in the TickPick app once and save themselves some money. Because, well, you should save yourself some money if you're gonna do it. Have you thought about how easily we could have been 0-4? Yeah.
That's it. That's the only thing saving us right now is the fact that we went out there and won 2 games. That's the only thing saving us. We easily right now could be 0-4, and then you'd have to put us on watch. You really fucking might, right?
Cleveland makes an extra point and a field goal, loss.
Done.
A couple things don't go their way in Jacksonville, loss.
Done.
And then the last 2, bad. Another good question: at what point should they look to trade Trey and load up for the draft? I have said this, and it was a very, very unpopular opinion last night. This team's going nowhere. I don't think Trey's really interested in a franchise tag next year.
I want to hear this. Talk.
What? Hey, John Lynch, you guys just lost Nick Bosa, right? He's done for the year. Blew his knee out. What do you got to get Trey Hendrickson over there?
Mm-hmm.
This team's not going anywhere. Trey's going to have no interest in playing on the tag. Now, the way it'll go with Trey is I'm not playing on the tag. I'm not going to show up. And then all of a sudden he's going to show up and play on the tag. That very well could be the way that it plays out. But if you're looking at all of the holes on this team and all of the pieces that they're going to need to compete long-term and get this thing fixed before Joe Burrow's 35 years old.
Yep.
In season, team desperate, needs pass rush, might be the time where you juice them and get as much as you can out of them. And you might get as high as a second-round pick out of the guy. If you I would be on the phone now.
I know you would. And let me tell you something. This is also an unpopular take. I don't think you trade shit right now. I don't think you do. I think the only thing you deal is a potential late round pick. And I got roasted for this. I do. You know why? Because I just can't quit. I don't have that in me. People are like, fuck it. Why would we trade for Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston? Why would you give him a 6th round pick? We need all the draft picks we can get. What are you guys talking about? We hit on maybe 1 draft pick a fucking draft. Josh Newton's pretty.
That's fair.
Josh Newton's all right. 5th round. We got Demetrius Knight. He's doing all right. But do you guys, would you rather have a fighting chance with Jameis Winston, and maybe he goes out there and he stinks. I don't know. But would you rather have a fighting chance with a guy like Jameis Winston or draft some bum in the 6th round who's not going to be in the fucking team in 3 years? I don't think you quit. I don't think we fire sale. I don't like that mentality. And I'm not calling you out. I'm not saying anybody's weak-minded, maybe a little bit, for saying start the fire sale. This team's not going anywhere. Fuck that. Go get a fucking quarterback. Go get a ringer. You're not bringing in Tom Brady. This is fun to joke about. Go get a ringer that can make some noise and maybe get some wins. I want to win another game this year, folks. We got a problem.
What's Jameis doing? What's Jameis doing here?
He's throwing a moon ball.
Just a fuck it ball?
Just a fuck it ball.
Probably right. I mean, that's valid.
Browning coiled up. He was scared. I mean, he's getting killed. But I like a Jameis Winston that goes, fuck it! And maybe chucks it up. It
would be entertaining at the very least.
All right.
I would say that.
My whole point there is don't quit. Don't start a fire sale, because all you're doing is proving us right when we were all shitting on you for that 4th and 3 play that you've given up. If they start tanking and they go, oh, trade Trey, whatever, let's trade T. Higgins. I know we just paid him, but trade him. I will lose so much, maybe all respect for this organization.
No, it's never a trade. It's never a trade T thing. I've seen that floating around the internet too. I think that's wild. But trading Trey is not something that I'm opposed to, because I just think that
yes, Josh,
you may get you're going to get your best value out of him now when the Niners somebody or Dallas get Jerry Jones. Get Jerry Jones in a room with 3 Russian hookers and a bottle of scotch, and just get the deal done. Get Jerry Jones all liquored up and make something happen. We're all gritting our teeth. We're all gritting our
Captain.
teeth.
I love you, Cat. And I'm not shitting on you at all. Please, you're a good friend. I'm not shitting on you, Mr. Positivity, and I absolutely love it, because these are dark times, buddy. And I'm not throwing up the white flag just yet, but I'm mad. I lost the comment. I don't know. There we go. But Captain, I appreciate it. Thanks for being in the chat. Yeah.
He used to know some Russian hookers. Do you still have their contact information to get them to Jerry Jones's office and get them liquored up? So we can go get them. Now, Cap, you probably won't agree with a lot of my opinions on here, and that's okay, because we all want the same thing, and it doesn't matter how we get there.
But I still hug you on Sunday, buddy.
He said he missed you shitting on him anyway. So we're all good. So yes, I can understand your train of thought of, if we're throwing a 6th rounder, 7th rounder for Jameis, I would take Jameis over Russ because of the entertainment factors. 100%. The entertainment factor strictly. I think
Jameis makes more noise than Russ. Russ needs to go to the home. Russ needs to go to the home with what's his fucking wife's name? Not Beyonce, another singer. Whatever
the Sierra.
Russ and Sierra need to go fucking buy some land and raise their kids, because that guy is done with football. Jameis Winston, on the other hand, I think makes a little noise. Jameis or bust. Yes.
People like the Jameis idea.
He's third string on a team, and he's never going to see the field. Give him a fucking 6th rounder and Jermaine Burton, healthy scratch for 9 weeks, a majillion weeks in a row. Yeah. Give him Jermaine Burton in a 6th. For Jameis Winston in a 7th. That's either a win-win situation. We temporarily get Jameis, makes some noise, and they get Jermaine Burton, and he pulls his head out of his ass and becomes a fun receiver for them after losing Malik Neighbors. Or it's a lose-lose. Jameis comes there and we fucking lose every game, and Jermaine Burton goes there and smokes crack and murders somebody. And just doesn't play another down of fucking football in his life. But who cares at this point? That 6th rounder is probably going to be Dan Smith, guard, BYU. That doesn't even make the fucking roster. And I don't know. I just the Key and Peele skit, Dan Smith, BYU. But look, that 6th rounder is probably not going to fucking matter. And I am a proponent of get as many draft picks as you can get. Because at this point, You got to draft as many guys as you can get because fucking maybe one or maybe two, if Jesus Christ is looking down on this football team and organization, draft picks that the Bengals pick hit and turn out to be long-term great solutions. Fuck that 6th-round pick. Go get Jameis and let's have fun this season. We're playing football right now.
It would be entertaining, but I don't think you're going to win many more games with them just because there's so much.
I think you win.
There's so much else wrong.
You're right. You're not wrong.
Maybe. I mean, I'm not saying that that's wrong either.
Yeah, yeah.
You probably would have a little bit of a better shot with him than Jake Browning.
Yeah.
But when you can't stop the run when you know it's coming, Cam Taylor-Britt is maybe fucking cooked. He just may not. I thought he was going to come bouncing back this year, but I'm just not seeing it there. Everybody's saying, like,
I love and respect these guys, but sometimes you got to keep it a buck, keep it 100, like we've been saying, type shit.
And like these questions, how many more weeks do we give Zach? There is not a world where the Bengals fire Zac Taylor in the season,
mid-season,
because as much as I've criticized Zac Taylor recently, Zac Taylor has done a lot of very, very good things here. He took this franchise to the highest success that I've ever seen in my time as a fan. He's a respected guy in that locker room. When you fire a coach mid-season, it's like, I can't stand to see your fucking face for another minute. Get out of here. And that relationship would never get there. But I mean, it's definitely a conversation at the end of the season. But there is not a world where I think he gets fired in the season.
No.
And Kevin K makes a good point. We got some ballers on offense. They need the ball. Jameis will do that. He might throw 35 touchdowns and 35 picks, but it would be fun. And I haven't watched anything fun in 2 weeks. So
no,
I'd be for it. I'd be all for it. Go get it.
I would. Yeah. Why not? Why not? And we got to dive in. We got to dive into this game a little bit more that just happened and a lack of discipline. And everything that occurred, right? So Jameis doesn't solve the offensive line. Jameis doesn't solve the defense lacking, okay? Right? So do I have a header here? Is there another header?
Yeah, this one.
The Bengals look flat, unprepared, and uninspired. They lack discipline. They lack preparedness. They lack gusto. They lack the warrior spirit right now. Before the halftime bell rang, notional half bell, I know they don't ring a bell, we had almost 9 fucking penalties. We had offsides. We had interference. We had delays of game. Inexcusable. I don't care that you have a backup quarterback in. I don't care that 9 is hurt, okay? The best player in football. These penalties are a result of a lack of discipline, okay? Fairchild, I'm going to give you a pass, okay? You had a couple, all right? You're new. You're getting used to the NFL. I'm going to give you a pass. But you better get your shit together, okay? Everyone else, what are we doing? 9 fucking penalties? 8 fucking penalties? Before halftime? Before the clock hit 0 in the second quarter? They looked unprepared as well, right? They lacked discipline. But after that first drive, which was pretty magical and gave me confidence on a Monday night, knowing I had to work tomorrow, I was like, I'm okay staying up late because they looked pretty good that first drive. After that first drive, we did not cross into Denver territory.
What?
The scripted drive, right? The one you go out there and it's supposed to be foolproof because it's scripted. We know what we're doing. Everybody just knows. White 80, get the play done, you know? But after that, it looked like he was pulling fucking plays out of his back pocket that he found on Google the night before. It was not good. The defense, J.K. Dobbins, over 100 yards. The Denver Broncos have not had a running back run for over 100 yards in 32, 36. I don't remember the exact number of games. And it happens against us. They did not look prepared. Flipping back to the opposite side of the ball, the offensive line. Individually, we have some talent on this offensive line. Amarius Mims, massive human being. I've shook his hand. My hand. I've got 9-inch, 9.5. Not big hands. I don't have big hands, folks. All right. Shook his hand. My hand disappeared in this man's hand. He's big. He's strong. Very talented. Okay. Ted Karras, the statesman, the future mayor of Cincinnati. Okay. Good football player. Orlando Brown Jr.'s got a ring. We bring him in because we think he's going to be the answer at left tackle. Okay. We bring him in. All right. Dylan Fairchild, you're new, buddy. I'm giving you a pass. Everybody on that line, though, individually are pretty darn good football players. Okay. Large human beings that protect the quarterback. But as a group, they look like they've never met. They look like they never met. That photo, can you throw that photo up one more time?
This one?
Look at this, folks. What's going on? You got Buddy on the right. Oh, no. I better reach out and try to touch him. Buddy on the left. Oh, shit. Where'd that guy come from? And then you got 4 guys up front taking on 1 nose tackle. That's not a fancy blitz, folks. That's not a fancy blitz. You could bring me back up. That's not a fancy blitz, folks. That's a basic rush. And they did it all night. Our receivers, Yoshivash, wonderful catch across the middle. He didn't have much action, but wonderful catch across the middle. Jamar Chase is running his ass off. T. Higgins wasn't very sexy on the stat sheet, but the guy was playing his ass off. Okay? So these other areas, you've got to prepare them. Because if you don't prepare them, your Ferraris fail as well. Your quarterback, your brain of the team, fails as well. Demetrius Knight and Logan Wilson can't make every play. DBs, you got to figure it out. Defensive linemen, Shamar Stewart. I don't know what we're going to do with this draft pick. Shamar Stewart out of the game. Miles Murphy, you got to figure this out. Trey Hendrickson, you got to get back there. You've got to prepare better for these games. And guess what? On 4th and 3, when you're down 20 plus points, you got to have a play in your hip pocket to go, hey, there's only 3 fucking yards. Let's get these yards and continue to drive. There just didn't seem to be any sense of urgency, any sense of I want to win and succeed in this game at all. There was none of it, folks. Drew and I have been through the early 2000s and the 90s when the team was truly, truly, truly in the dumpster. I have not felt this frustrated. Granted, we've got an injured Joe Burrow, but I have not felt this frustrated since 2000, 2001. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Drew. You can bring yourself back up here. I'm off my soapbox. When is the last time you felt this frustrated as a Cincinnati Bengals fan?
It's a matter of there's just too much talent for this, and there's some comments here like this was happening. Jake Browning wasn't getting plays changed in time.
You're right. You're right.
He doesn't have. I think like on this play,
he's not as cerebral as Joe Burrow.
Yeah, we're showing the bad blocking and stuff. Like Burrow probably sees that 0 coming,
steps up. Yeah, or switches it. Yeah.
I think that he has the control of the offense and the permission from Zach, and Jake's probably second guessing himself a little bit. Like I get it. There's a difference there. But when the team just looked that uninspired, and like you said, I had my first set of season tickets in 2016, and I gave them back and did not renew them when they brought Marvin Lewis back again.
Yeah.
Retrospect, dumb move, because I had to circumvent the wait list this year to get season tickets, but we figured it out. Shout out Blake. But I don't know the last time I don't expect a Joe Burrow offense. I don't expect 35, 40 points a game and shootouts and all that. I don't, but I expect this team to at least look like they give a fuck to be there, or that they practiced whatsoever leading up to the game. I expect them to this is a situation where if you got to the end of the year and you're like, they fought and they just couldn't pull it together because they were down their lead man.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Where's the heart?
I see no signs of this team not getting embarrassed the next 2 weeks. I think Detroit might come into Paycor Stadium and just blow our fucking doors off again at our strike the jungle game. And then you got to go to Lambeau. Now, hey, the Packers found a way to lose to Cleveland, who has no offense whatsoever. So crazier things have happened. But I've seen nothing in the last 2 weeks to make me think that either of these games are going to be remotely close. And at some point,
it's scary season.
You got to look in the mirror because this organization, Zac Taylor fired his offensive line coach. He fired his defensive line coach. He fired his defensive coordinator. He fired, I think, a couple other lower level DBs coach, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. But a lot of the major assistants under Zac Taylor were let go last year. And is that Zac or is that the front office? Malik says it's the front office. Malik's always been pretty straight with me. I don't know why he would get on the air and lie about it. So if that's the case, and the organization said, hey, man, you got to get these guys gone, and we got to figure this thing out. If you fired all of your top assistants, and then you come out and this is what you put out there, Joe Burrow or no Joe Burrow, how does it not land on the shoulders of Zac Taylor? And how does the front office not say, well, you got to pick your staff all over again, and things got even worse? How does he survive it? How do you bring him back after that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Zac Taylor, going to be more drunk than usual.
Yeah, I'm on the Woodford Reserve tonight. Garage beer, I love you. I just needed the Woodford.
So drunk.
Yes, I don't know. Zac Taylor has done the equivalent of taking his platoon out in Vietnam and gotten them all killed at this point. It sucks. It sucks because I want a coach that I can say, okay, we got our teeth kicked in, but he's got a fire under these guys' ass. But he doesn't. He does not have it. He doesn't have it.
The organization also cannot be let off the hook for this.
You're correct.
Because they went their version of all in, and they gave us what we all asked for, what we asked for on this show. We wanted T, we wanted Jamar, we wanted Trey. Now, he didn't get an extension, but he got a raise, and he was happy enough to show up. We got Mike Gesicki back. They went their version of all in. And they deserve credit for that. But they still have one of, if not still the smallest scouting department in the league. Duke Tobin is a figurehead GM. Mike Brown is 90 years old and still listed as the GM. Katie's doing all the contracts with Troy.
Yep.
They really, really have to just say, hey, we're a good family. Maybe we're good at business. Maybe we know how to stretch the dollars and make the dollars work. And they have spent money. They deserve credit for spending the money.
Agreed.
But maybe they just say, you know what? Maybe we just don't have it to build a team. Maybe we need to pay an actual general manager and give them the keys to be an actual general manager and not sit here and fight over contract structures and dumb shit that other teams don't have to fight over.
Yeah.
Maybe they have to look in the mirror and say, listen, this is our legacy. This is Paul Brown's team. Maybe it's just not in our hands. Maybe we're just not the people that should do it. And when they sold the naming rights to Paul Brown Stadium and made it Paycor Stadium, Mike Brown said, I always said I would never do this, but my dad would know it's what is best for the football team because they needed that influx of cash probably to get Joe Burrow paid. And they did it. And props to them for doing that. But maybe now it's, hey, I know dad wanted the family to run this thing, and I think they should still be heavily involved. Elizabeth Blackburn deserves flowers after flowers after flowers for all the things she's done.
Love
fan
her.
Engagement, game day experience. There is a lot of praise to be given to that organization, but maybe they just have to have the tough conversation and sit down and say, hey, maybe it's better for this football team that we bring in somebody that is not in the family and can look at this thing a little bit more objectively and say, you're the general manager of this football team. Now build us a winner around Joe Burrow.
Because you're right. Because what do we got right now? Duke Tobin doing the occasional interview and sitting in his office and playing fucking Angry Birds or something. Well, I mean, empower the guy. Maybe Duke Tobin can make good decisions, but right now I don't know. I don't know what the fuck Duke Tobin does.
And this is absolutely right.
I was about to reference that. The key to big
absolutely
teams
right.
Everyone want to be GM, KC, Philly, Baltimore, all have celebrated awesome rock star GMs that people talk about.
They love Brett Veach. They love him.
I love the Brown family. I love that they've kept the team in Cincinnati, and I love what they've done. Blackbird, Katie's done outstanding. The canopy, awesome, the fanfare. But all that shit is kind of sour when you lose football games. It's very sour. The lights are not as bright as you think they are. The beer, outside of garage beer, because garage beer never wavers, the beer doesn't taste as good when you're down 28-3. The Skyline loves Skyline partner. It doesn't hit as hard when you get the doors blown off you by the Vikings. You know what I mean? All this stuff is great. All this stuff is fun. The fan experience is wonderful, and you get your flowers. But on the field, got to figure it out, or it's all just noise.
It's all about winning football games, man.
It is.
And I think that they have gotten credit. We have given them credit. We have defended them against the big market medias, the shitting on them that happens on ESPN and the McAfee show. And I've gone to battle with all of them. I've sent DMs to people at networks that I don't have any real connection with, but I've talked to them like, hey, man, I don't think you're looking at this right. We've done all of this shit. But when you're fielding a team like this, you can lose close with Jake Browning, and I'll be like, damn, man, a couple more things go our way. We should have had that one. And we're just getting fucking embarrassed, and it's hard.
We are.
But I do want to take something. We are over 2,000 people watching on this random Tuesday night, and we appreciate every single one of you. If you could like the stream, that would be great. If you're new here, you can subscribe. That would be dope. We do go live every Tuesday at 8 o'clock. Members only stream Thursday at 7:30 p.m. It'll be posted for the public on Friday at 10 a.m. But this is a Cincinnati sports show. We always talk about we're going to branch out and talk to other stuff. It's obviously football season. We're football guys. Football consumes our life. But here in just a few minutes at 9:08 p.m., and we're going to make sure we're out here before that, the Cincinnati Reds are in the playoffs tonight in LA, taking on the Dodgers. They fucking did it. The Reds made it in. And you know what? It's September 30th, and Bengals fans are now saying, hey, we got the Reds to watch. But at least we got that.
Yeah, let's watch baseball.
So I'm going to lock in on some baseball tonight.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Reds, dude.
Yeah.
Who knows? You get a team with Ellie De La Cruz in there, a hell of a bullpen, a veteran manager like Tito. They could make some things happen. Now, obviously, you want to see them score more runs than you've seen them score. But, hey, that's September, October baseball, baby. Anything could happen. It's a 3-game series. You got to win 2 of them. Go steal 2 in LA. Bring this thing back. Get a home playoff game in Cincinnati. I'll be there if they do it. And I'll do it on TickPick.
Yep. TickPick, best sports app in the world. Sports ticket broker app in the world.
I'm juiced up for Hunter Green on the bump tonight out there in LA, dude.
So am I.
I don't know who I know they're playing Ohtani one of the games. I don't know if it's Ohtani tonight or not. Now, I did say on Twitter, are you guys cool with me rooting for the Reds as if I didn't completely forget they existed in like July when training camp opened?
Yeah.
Because I'll watch the Reds. I got Reds jerseys. I got Reds hats. I got the gear. I'll go to game. I went to a game last week. But when football starts up, my brain just locks in on the Bengals. But I'm back in. The Reds are in the fucking playoffs. And Fravor says the city pushed hard for a Reds miracle and the football gods balanced the scales. They said you can only have one. They said Shohei in game 3. So we got a chance to just not even let Shohei take the bump. He'll probably bunt, but we got a chance to even not let Shohei on the mound go out there and just – I think it's a 3-game series, right?
Yeah.
I am not a baseball guy by any means. I don't know the intricacies and the ins and outs of baseball. I can't tell you from the screen if he threw a curveball or a breaking ball, but I can tell you that it's really fun when Tyler Stevenson and Ellie De La Cruz hit the baseball far as fuck.
Yeah, absolutely. It's fun. Look, football stinks right now. So get out there and watch these boys lay the wood on some leather and see if they can make some noise in the playoffs.
3-game series round 1, says Wedge Gordon in the chat. Teresa Gaines says the Bengals will win the Super Bowl in 2026. Good Lord, I hope so. But, hey, let's give a little bit of love to the Reds. We talk about the Reds sometimes, but it's been a football season. We're locked in on football. Shohei is going to be in game 3. Everybody's saying, let's just win the first 2 and not let that gambling son of a bitch out there. What about that?
Somebody plant.
So you know what I'm going to do?
Somebody
This
plant something.
garage beer is for the Cincinnati Reds. That's why I'm drinking a celebratory lime instead of a classic light after a loss, because I'm celebrating playoff baseball in Cincinnati for the oldest I'm sorry, let me start that over. I'm drinking a celebratory lime for the oldest professional baseball club in the world, hitting the playoffs tonight and starting their journey at the World Series. Bengals captain says he's getting arrested when the Bengals win the Super Bowl. I've always said I would smoke crack on the bridge, and I stand by that. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be this year. And just what if Matt McClain does remember how to hit? If Matt McClain, this would be a great time for Matt McClain to remember how to hit the baseball. Because
Sure
if he does, we got a real good chance. So it is 9 p.m. We've taken up an hour of your Tuesday. 2,100 people watching this stupid show on a Tuesday of us screaming, yelling, probably saying dumb stuff. We appreciate everybody in the chat. We appreciate everybody watching on Twitter. We appreciate all of you guys. And no matter what, it doesn't matter how we get there. We all want the Bengals to win a Lombardi trophy one day, and that is all that matters. I'm gonna finish this beer off. I'm gonna bounce it off the side of my heads for the Cincinnati Reds. I'm gonna go up there. I'm gonna flip on ESPN, and we're gonna cheer on the Cincinnati Redlegs. That's what's gonna happen the rest of the night.
This maybe makes me look like an alcoholic, but Hoo day.
We end the show. Hoo day
and go Reds.
Go Reds, baby.
Your boys are ready to go. You already know. Grab a garage beer, let's flow. No filter needed. Beer's getting deleted. It's the Cincy Unfiltered Show. Let's go. Our boys are ready to go. Our boys are ready to go. You already know. Grab a garage beer, let's flow. No filter needed. Beer's getting deleted. It's the Cincy Unfiltered Show. Let's go.